welcome to A Simple Life with Cal. So today, we came out to check on the cows. Every day we move their pasture or we open the pasture up farther. This is a pretty small paddock or pasture. So we generally don't back fence it because it just doesn't work very well for that. That being said, the pasture that they're gonna go to next week, and we'll start at the far end of it, is this pasture. And we'll start all the way at the end of it. These two pastures together are about 5 acres. Anyways, we lease this. This is a lease. And then there's actually some pasture right up here on the hillside that we'll do for a day, just to mow the grass for the owner, Dave. So anyways, we showed up today and with a surprise. It's a surprise I knew was coming, but I wasn't sure what we were gonna get. We have a baby calf. Now, those are the 3 little bull calves right there. You can see all 3 of them, 3 little bull calves. But in the background is something special, which is a 4th bull calf. How is that possible? Like, we're talking like the mathematics on that. I mean, it's pretty slim. Anyways, I'm gonna show you this tiny little bull calf. It's the cutest little guy. Okay, so let's see. All right, there he is. There he is. He's like, I don't know what's going on here. I just came out. He's still wet. I mean, not wet, but he's been licked off, but he's pretty damp. That's the mom right there. That's the mom. And you're gonna say, well, you have 1, 2, 3 heifers and a bull. How do you have 4 calves? Well, unfortunately, one of our moms, when being bred by the bull that we butchered, not too long ago, she received a very nasty spinal injury, and so she passed. That being said, her little bull calf, in the meantime while she was down, attached to one of the other heifers, and the other heifer was fine with it. I think he's just sipping off whoever he can get. That red heifer right there, she's going to freezer camp in September. And this is Chubby. Chubby is named Chubby because, well, he gets fat on grass, and he is a slick looking bull. I'm very happy with him. And look at that little calf, so stinking cute. They're probably not gonna let me get super close. Hey buddy, it's okay. He's trying to figure out, hey, how about this? He's like, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with you. I'm gonna go back next to the big bull. So, these are low-line Angus. So our calves are usually born out about 42 pounds, 42 to 48 pounds or so. I'm not gonna weigh him. He's definitely in that 40, probably 42, 45, somewhere in there. Range, but that mom has got a full udder on her. I saw her the other day. That's the mom right there. Her udder was filling up. She's late, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. It's a little later than I want, but that's okay. As long as she gets bred back, next year if she's even later, then I'll have to separate her out and hold her until fall. Maybe, we'll see. Anyways, we came just to look at the pasture, see how everything's looking. Say hi to Chubby. Hey Chubby. And we're getting to the end of this pasture. It's we got this far side over here. The boys have done a really good job moving the paddock every day. Right, boys?
Yes.
Yep. Anyways, all right. We're going to clean this paddock up and get it opened up the rest of the way, and then we're gonna go do some work up at Herman's. So we just opened up the pasture a little, and it's really interesting to see what the cows are eating on. They're eating on canary reed grass, which is a weed around here. People try to kill it. They're eating vetch, and they're eating horsetail. Horsetail is this prehistoric vegetation that grows in wetter areas. We have a lot of it around here. But what's really cool about it is it actually has the highest amount of silica of any plant. So anyways, they're eating on that. There's a bunch of vetch and other stuff in here. It's really funny. They have other spots that they could have gone, but they wanted it right back here. Anyways, well, we're done here. We have opened up their pasture, and we have an issue with the fence over here, or an old corral fencing that was here when I started leasing the place. We had 2 trees come down this year, some pretty good Oregon ash, one down here and one farther down. So once the cows are out of here and I'm able to get this monstrosity cleaned up, we'll come in and either repair or replace these panels with ones that I have from an auction, and then we'll stand the fence up, put some new T-posts in. Most of this can just be stood back up. There's only, I think, 2, that panel back here that's bent, and this panel right here, which is from a pretty good sized tree that came down last fall. And that's it. That's the trunk of it down there. It's hard to tell. But anyways, so this panel is the other panel that will have to be most likely replaced. I might be able to bend it back up straight, but I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time doing it. I have other panels. So anyways, figured I'd show you guys the pasture these guys have. You can see the difference. You can see where they've grazed and where they haven't. I really love having them on pasture like this, where you can see how much is stomped down. You know, they're not going to eat this, but that means this is storing carbon. So carbon sequestration. I love this. I love having them on fields like this. Someday I'll have them on our main fields and we won't be cutting hay off of them. I think I'm about 3 years out from that. I need 3 more heifers, and then I need to breed them and start. I think I need to have at least calves off of them for me to then be willing to stop cutting hay. It's just the cost difference of having, basically for me to buy in the amount of hay that we need, I need to have 2 additional calves or cows a year that we butcher to break even on that. So that's probably what we'll do. So if I can pick up those 3 heifers in the next year or so, then that'll put us on track for being able to move to not cutting our hay in 3 years. So anyways, I'm probably rambling on at this point. Thank you very much. And the little guy needs his shoe tied. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, we're going to load some logs on the dump. This will be the first time we tried loading them like this, so we'll see how it works. If it works, if we lose logs going down the road, well, just our road. But anyways, we'll see. I'll be back in a minute with the truck. Okay, so we're gonna try taking a load of timber up to the top of the property. You'll be able to see where the mill is and some logs that I set aside from last year. Let's see how the ride goes. I've never taken logs up this hill before, and not in this truck. Okay, see you in a bit. Wow, that actually went flawlessly. Minus a few limbs that still need to be trimmed back. I trimmed most of them. This is Merle. Arlo was our other one, was his brother, and he got stolen. This is Merle. He's a good boy. He's a really good livestock guardian dog. He's a real sweet boy, and he keeps an eye on the whole property, keeps all the coyotes away, and he protects our goat herd, who's currently out and about. Let's check, see if Merle's food. Merle has food. He should have food. He had food yesterday, but might as well check. Okay. So that's Merle's dog food right there. And that big old dog goes to that tiny little hole. But the good part about that is my goats don't eat my dog food. And that's one thing that's can't complain about. So here's the, I'll show you guys what's going to be our woodshed. Now when you think of a woodshed, I don't think this is what you think, but that's the woodshed. I got a few more, well I got a bunch of 2x10s I got to make for the top and some purlins. I got the roofing right back on the other side of the mill, and then that shed will be going together. It should be done for this winter, or it should be done in the fall, before the fall, because I want to be able to park the excavator and a couple other things inside of it, so they're not being rained on. It's not the end of the world, but you know, I beat the daylights out of most of the equipment, so I'd like to spare it a little rain if I can. All right. I'll see you guys back at the bottom of the hill.